Greetings, welcome to CITAM ChurchOnline, and this is the Anchored Man. Now, in civil engineering, where I've had the privilege to work, a house is only as good as the foundation. A house is as stable as the foundation. It can only go as high as the foundation allows it to be or to go. It is a critical part of every construction that the foundation has to be gotten right. Think about your life for a moment, particularly those of us in the younger or the early stages of life. Do we sometimes take time to reflect on the possibility that the choices we make today, the decisions we make, are really going to influence or determine the quality of the life we will live 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 30 years from now? That actually we are at a critical stage in life where we are building foundations. Those of us that aspire to get married, those of us that aspire to have children, to have families, to build careers, the choices we are making today are determining the foundation upon which we will anchor our lives and dreams. My name is Precious Cole, and in this episode and the few that will come, I'm going to take you through building to last, and we'll see why it's important for you and I to have the right foundation. Now, like I said earlier, in the civil engineering field, which I've been privileged to work, it's actually my area of profession. Foundations are critical. We take a lot of time, pay attention to detail, because we understand that we cannot make mistakes with the foundation. A few things about a foundation. Number one, foundations are very costly. Talk about cost. Think about the cost implication when it comes to foundations. It's huge. And also depending on where you're building, the steel work that goes into the foundation and into the footings, the digging and the excavation, the looking for a base rock where you'll anchor your foundation. Those are very expensive things or costs to incur in the building of a foundation. And that's exactly what it is for you and I in this critical season where we are laying foundations for our lives. It's going to place a demand on you and on me. It's going to push us to some places, and there are costs we must incur. There are some things we must be willing to bear or to let go. You have to carry your own cross as you make some unconventional decisions to get yourself on the right foundation. Number two, foundations are a very private affair. If you ever observe a place where engineers are beginning to build a project, a house, a building, one of the first things they do is that they usually cordon off the area, and they put, mostly in our context, you'll see the place surrounded by iron sheets. You have no idea what's going on in there, and you don't have access there. The people that you'll find inside that area are the engineers on site, the architects, the quantity surveyors, the supervisors, people that understand that language, people that understand what is happening, people that know what it means to have Y12 or Y20, right cement and concrete ratios, and so on and so forth. They are the ones you will find there. You'll not find there passers-by. You won't find there people that should not be there, because they understand this is a private affair, and we only allow people here that have understanding of what we are doing, that we can consult among level-headed individuals. It's a private affair. It's not open to public participation, because they understand how critical it is to get it right. Think about this founding season or time of your life. Have you made your life a private affair, or have you opened up your spaces to public opinion? That you've allowed everybody and everyone into the space that is the project of your life. So anybody can advise you, anybody can talk to you, anybody can give you feedback. Imagine having people in the building or in the construction site that don't understand the construction language. So we are saying we want to use Y20 here and Y20 there and Y16 here and there, and they say no, that's expensive. Tutumie tu mbao. Let's cut cost. They don't understand, so you say, I know a cheaper fundi. Let's just use wood. It's easily available. You do that, and before you realize it, the next day, the building is coming down. Have you opened up your spaces to every other influence, to every other individual, every other person? So everybody is speaking to you. Everybody is giving you counsel. Every song is speaking to you. Every movie is entertaining you. You listen to everybody. You talk about everything. You go everywhere. It's not a private affair. You've opened up your life to every Tom, Dick, and Harry. You've opened up your heart to every young man out there, to every young girl out there. And no wonder the chaos, because you fail to realize that foundations are a private affair. But number 3, foundations also demonstrate a long-term vision, so to say. You can always tell how high a building is going to go by how deep they sink. You can always imagine, you can always anticipate how long or how tall or how much of a skyscraper a building is going to be by the amount of work you see at the foundation. That your foundation casts a vision of where you hope to go. So normally we hope to build up, but we begin by going down, and we sink down and we go deep depending on how much we want to build. To grow or to build. And that's critical and important, because if you don't have a vision, then you won't be particular on the foundation you're building. You will lay a foundation for a chicken house and you hope to live a life of a skyscraper in the future. It cannot work like that. If you build a foundation for a chicken house, that's what you got and that's what you live with. And if you have to live and build a foundation for a skyscraper, then you dig deep. You have to keep on going and do the job and keep sinking in, because you understand the vision. Now, here's the critical part. You're going the opposite of where you hope to go. And that's it in life. Sometimes we will make decisions that will look unconventional. It's almost like when you're stretching an arrow to shoot it. It has to go up, but we pull it back. And we pull it back enough so that we can give it enough thrust, enough force, so that when we launch it, it will go far. That it goes as far as it's stretched back. And sometimes in your young life or age, God will allow you to go through seasons, to go through times, and to go through experiences that will look like you're being stretched. But in real sense, He's giving you the right launch pad, the right tenacity, and the right strength. So don't be afraid to write down your vision. Think about your life. The tragedy of being young is that sometimes we make decisions just based on what we feel in the now. I want this. It's what is exciting to me. It's what my body wants. It's what's trendy. It's what's in the fashion, and so on and so forth. And we make decisions lacking the view of the future. It's important for you and I to sit down, think about our future, think about 5 years from now, think about 10 years from now, and begin to build for that. The part of building a foundation is nothing fancy. It's dirty work. It's hard work. It's laid deep down. Nobody sees it. You know, when some of the most iconic buildings in Nairobi are standing, you'll see every other photographer in town scrambling to get photos, because we're always attracted with the finished product. But we don't have a finished product unless the foundation was done right. So how do we build this foundation? Join me in the next video as we look into scripture and find out practical ways in which you and I can build to last. Thank you for watching. See you on our next episode.